Hello there, Capricorn, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and we've got your November 2024 money and career reading here for you guys. So, of course, the most significant thing for you, okay, is Pluto is finally leaving your sign, right? Pluto was retrograde for a spell there, and Pluto is now direct, so you might feel that there's a lot going on. Maybe you have made some very important decisions. Could be some revelations, some hidden information and things come to light. But now with Pluto being direct, right, here we go. We're powering forward, and Pluto, thank goodness, is going into Aquarius for the next 20 years. So you're probably going to feel a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, and perhaps a little bit more optimistic about your current circumstances, your current finances, your current career path, and of course the future itself. So give yourself a pat on the back for surviving that Pluto transit, the retrograde. Pluto sitting at 29 degrees in your sign, because of course it was a big deal, and it is a big deal that it's moving forward. So exciting times for you guys. All right. Whew, breathe that sigh of relief and give yourself that pat on the back. We do have two new moons in the month of November. We've got on the 1st of November a new moon in Scorpio. That's that Pluto energy there that rules Scorpio. So diving deep. Perhaps this is a really great time for you to start something new, get out of your comfort zone, make some bold moves if you're called to, right? Put an end to something, maybe some bad habits, spending habits, things like that. Maybe this is where you take a fresh approach at your money. You might even be a little bit creative, right? But this can be some down and deep energy here for you guys. But new moons are always a great time to bring in this fresh energy. We've got another new moon on the 30th of November in Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy is about expansion, setting yourself free, moving towards the future, seeing the big picture, right? Getting creative, finding new sources of inspiration, and hopefully embracing a little bit of luck as well. Of course, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, who is in retrograde at the moment, but that's okay. It's certainly not quite as heavy as the Pluto retrograde, that's for sure, right? And it's a shorter lived one as well. So this can be where we just take a little bit of a step back and then charge ahead and charge forward, right? We've got a full moon in the middle of the month on the 15th, full moon in Taurus. It's all about your money, right? All about your money, how you make it, how you spend it, your values around money, your habits around money, ruled by Venus, right? So Venus, it can certainly bring us resources, can bring us abundance. So something could be coming to fruition for you there. You could get a windfall for something, right? You could get perhaps an inheritance coming your way, or this can be where whatever it is you set your intentions for, this is where you're experiencing that growth there. Or of course, a shedding of the old. You're embracing some new ways, some new energy, right? You're ready to face the future in a different path and hopefully a better path. So whatever that means to you, look back 6 months to the new moon that we had in Taurus 6 months ago. What were you doing? What intentions were you setting? What changes were you wanting to make? And when we reflect on the full moon in Taurus in the middle of the month, it's where we can quite often recognize just exactly how far we've come, or we can recognize, okay, yeah, this got to go, right? This got to go. We got to make some changes here because this is not setting us up for a good tomorrow, right? So you can be really taking charge of your money. We have giving birth. Wonderful. I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. This is awesome. All right. This is your ability to manifest, to create. To some of you, maybe you've got something that you do creatively, thank you, on the side, and you're like, how can I make money out of this? So this can be a time for you to kind of take that step back a little bit and maybe put a plan together and say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to go for it, right? And so, make you a little bit of money on the side, right? Set you up for multiple lines of income for the future. But whatever it is, there's some new, fresh energy coming in here. Loving it. We've got mending bridges as well. I heal rifts. I am a mender. So if there's been any issues with your finances, especially any that you share with other people, perhaps you share finances with a spouse, right? Or maybe there's something with family, your siblings, maybe a business partner, right? Mending bridges is those things coming back together. Wherever there's been a rift, wherever there's been disagreements or arguments, right? Or whatever just been broken, hasn't been working. This is where we glue those things back together. This is where we get things back on track. And for some people, yes, perhaps mending bridges can be about making some changes and letting something go, right? And it's like, okay, you know what? I think that we need to part ways, that kind of thing. But you're doing it in a way that both people feel positive about the situation, right? And, sometimes those things are difficult. But, we can certainly get benefit from them sometimes, right? But whatever it happens to be, there could have been some issues at work, right? Maybe there's been some changes, some restructuring, things like that. Maybe some people have quit and you're like, oh, goodness gracious me, who are they going to hire, right? This is where things are coming back together in a positive way there for you as well. So it's excellent energy. We've got the Two of Pentacles coming out for you for your month. Now, Two of Pentacles is often where we are weighing up our options. We've got multiple opportunities, multiple doors, multiple things that we can choose from, especially with our money, right? Pentacles, your money. So you could have multiple options with your job, with your career. There could be some really good investment opportunities coming up and you're like, oh my God, how do I choose? So you're weighing up your options. Just make sure that you have all of the information that you need to make an informed decision. All right. And, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, right? Because, you have a really good, eye, ear, sixth sense there for those things. You can make the right choice for yourself, right? But the Two of Pentacles can be about making decisions, right? Making that right choice for you. Now that is also about balance. The Two of Pentacles is where things are not quite in balance for us there. So perhaps you're trying to, mending bridges, right? This can be where, if your finances have gotten out of hand at home, right? Maybe you share money with somebody else, right? It can be a business partner, it can be your spouse, whatever it happens to be. And you're like, okay, there's some inequality here, right? Things aren't balanced the way that we need them to be. Maybe they were at one point and maybe now things have gotten a little bit out of tune. So this can be where you are sitting down with with somebody or just with yourself, right? Balancing your checkbook, right? Balancing your bank account, balancing your household budget, whatever it happens to be. And this is where you're like, okay, what do we need to do? What do we need to address? Do we need to make some changes? Is there something that has been hidden, something I'm not seeing? And this can be where you do bring those things out in the open. But with that Two of Pentacles, you also, part of your path throughout your month ahead is going to be your ability to be flexible and adaptable. Sometimes, yes, just like anyone, you can sometimes be a little bit stubborn or very focused on your goals, but we do need to be a little bit flexible and open-minded sometimes too, all right? It can really save your skin, all right? So willingness to change, be flexible with other people or with your money a little bit, right? Because sometimes it's like, yeah, we'll want to put some money away for the future, but at the same time, we don't want to be miserly, right? So just keep that in mind, right? Being miserly, we actually close off energy, and money is energy. It can't flow back to you when you're too closed off. So we do need to put some out there to get some in return. You don't need to blow the bank or anything like that, blow the budget, right? But it's good to keep that money in circulation, right? So that it does come back to you. So a little bit of flexibility there is good. We've got the Knight of Wands here as the blessings headed your way. Now, this is super exciting. The Knight of Wands can be you. I know what I want and I'm going to go for it. You're following your passion, your goals, your dreams. You feel energized. You feel alive. You feel inspired to go for whatever it is you want. The Knight of Wands can be a little bit entrepreneurial in its energy, right? Like, I really want this and I know that I can achieve it. I know that I can get it. And super exciting. The Knights are always on a quest, so perhaps you're on a quest for something in the month ahead, and the Knight of Wands in the upright is successful. All right, so whatever it is that you want, go for it, and you just may surprise yourself with how successful you can be. So if you've been on the fence about something, right, then this is the month for you to go for the gold, right? Go for the gold, get out of your comfort zone. Now, that Knight of Wands could be a short-lived project here as well. All right. Because the Knight of Wands is known for coming in, getting the job done, here for a good time, not a long time. So this can be something here where maybe you are spearheading a project and it's like, okay, this thing's going to last a month. It's going to last a few weeks, but I'm in charge. I'm going to get her done. And, hopefully you can get some rewards out of that. But whatever your situation is, the Knight of Wands moves forward. The Knight of Wands does not look back, right? The Knight of Wands takes a direct, short line approach to whatever it is that you want and doesn't doubt anything along the way. All right. So if self-doubt or anything like that starts to creep in, nope, we are sending that out the window. So this is super exciting energy for you. Now, the Knight of Wands could also be someone that you partner up with or someone that plays a key role in your money or in your job or your potential new business, right? And this person can be very helpful. So it may be that if you are embarking on a new career, if you're opening your own business, perhaps you have a business partner. And the Knight of Wands probably isn't all that good at sitting there counting pennies. The Knight of Wands is more the driving force behind the business or the creative voice or the social person, right? The Knight of Wands is very social, okay? Very social, very fun-loving. And so this can actually be a perfect match for you because you're the one that puts the business plan together. You're the one that maybe monitors the books. You're the one that, is the maybe responsible one on one level, right? And then this person goes out and drums up the business, right? Or they get people excited, or maybe they do your marketing for you because you're like, I'm so busy putting a business plan together and running my business. I don't have time for the frivolous stuff. This can be someone that maybe you hire this person, or maybe they are your business partner or something. It can even be a friend that maybe helps you out, right? But if you are hiring an individual, the Two of Pentacles, right? You're making a decision. Okay, who's going to be the best person for the job, right? But yeah, it can certainly be a very helpful person, whether you pay this person or partner up with them or just working with them, right? Very helpful and very exciting to be around. It can be someone that really motivates you in some way. With the Knight of Wands, though, too, it can certainly be quite adventurous energy. So maybe you're going to give yourself a little bit of a reward for all of this Pluto retrograde that's been in your sign. And perhaps now you are looking to go out on an adventure. So go on a vacation, go for a weekend getaway, go for a little bit longer one, right? And go out and have a little bit of fun, whatever your situation happens to be. It'll be money well spent. We have the Hierophant here as your challenge energy for you guys in your month ahead. Now in the challenge position, it's not the same as it being in reverse. Okay, it is just something we need to deal with, something we need to work through, something we need to address, or something that might delay us a little bit. And the Hierophant energy is Taurus energy, okay? So perhaps there's been something that you've been wanting to do or waiting for quite some time, and you've been getting a little bit impatient. And remember, we do have on the 15th of November a full moon in Taurus, okay? So there could be something surrounding that lunation, or perhaps even that's been leading up to that lunation that is a little bit of a challenge, okay? Now, it could be that the challenge is making change, getting out of your comfort zone. It could be that you are feeling that I've got to make some changes with my money. Part of the challenge could be recognizing a good opportunity when it's in front of your face, right? But it's like a little bit maybe out of the ordinary. So those things can be a little bit challenging. But the Hierophant, the Hierophant itself is about your values and your beliefs and, with your even higher education. So some of you here, perhaps, if you want to open your own business or you want to take the next step in your career path, you could be recognizing here that maybe I do need a little bit more higher education under my belt, right? Doesn't mean you have to go to university for the next 4 years, but it could be that, if you want to step into a management role, a leadership role of some kind, that maybe you've never managed people before. Maybe you have, but maybe just a couple people here and there. And, you're looking to maybe hone your leadership skills a little bit, right? So with that Hierophant energy, you could be deciding, do I spend a little bit of money and go on a course? Do I hone my computer skills? Do I hone my people skills, right? Maybe you got to hone your marketing skills a little bit. So with that Hierophant energy being a higher level, of education or a higher level in your job, in your workplace, right? We're taking something up to the next level, but it can be a little bit of a bumpy road to get there, right? But you could also just be getting something that you have been waiting for. You've been making all the right moves. You've been assessing your situation. You've recognized where you need to make some change. And this is that opportunity there that may be opening up for you guys, right? And the challenge here is staying positive. All right. But with that Hierophant, it does have to do with our values as well, right? Taurus energy tied to your second house of money, your income, how you make your money, how you spend your money, how you invest your money, all of these things. And so part of that challenge maybe there is making some change, because maybe something hasn't blossomed or grown the way you want it to, whether it's something you yourself in your career path, or maybe it's your investments, right? And there could be something there where I've got to make some change, but I don't know what that is, right? And sometimes even recognizing our ability to, or our need to make some change is the toughest challenge of all, right? So that Hierophant ultimately is a positive energy, okay, but it is stirring up something there, all right? And perhaps breaking away from old belief systems, right, around your money or yourself, or your career path is also a bit of a challenge, right? You have the potential here to leg up, to level up in some way. But sometimes we just need to work through some stuff. Sometimes we need to figure out how to give ourselves an advantage. And sometimes we need be a little bit patient, okay? But you certainly have the ability to do that, all right? To do whatever it is that you want to do. We have the Seven of Pentacles here as your advice from Spirit, okay? Now, the Seven of Pentacles can be a wonderful energy. This can be things coming to fruition for you. So it's almost like Spirit is saying to you, patience and strategy, whatever it is that you put into place will pay off for you, all right? Because this is a time of abundance and harvest for you. So your patience will be rewarded and pay off. Your ability to plan and, focus on your business or your career, right? Put an investment plan together, put a household budget together, all of these things will pay off for you in the long run. So whether you have something coming to fruition now or whether it's in the future, recognize your ability to make things happen. Recognize your ability to, to put a plan in place, but also make those adjustments, because sometimes the Seven of Pentacles, it's like abundance is yours here, growth is yours here, but sometimes there's something a little bit hidden. There's something that we don't quite see. We sometimes do need to adjust our strategy just a little bit. All right. But in this energy, you may also be recognizing that you've got some big goals. You've got some big dreams, big financial dreams. And with that Seven of Pentacles, it's like, I'm at the Seven of Pentacles, but what I really want is the 10 of Pentacles, or maybe you want the King of Pentacles, right? And so this is saying to you here, take that step back. What can you do differently to get yourself up to that level? Are you good where you are? Do you feel confident that you still have growth in your situation, right? Wherever it is you parked your money or wherever it is that you work, right? Do you feel as though there is opportunity for the next level of commitment? The Hierophant, right? What is the next level? Or have you hit the proverbial glass ceiling in your job, right? Are you a worker bee right now? You want to be a supervisor, maybe a manager, maybe a division lead, right? Something like that. And is there that opportunity available for you now? Or do you need to do something differently? So be honest with yourself, right? Because there's doors opening for you. There's options and opportunities out there. But sometimes we need to make some bold moves. Sometimes we need to go for it, and we need to get out of our comfort zone when we figure out what that is, right? So there's some exciting stuff, right? Potentially something new, but also, yes, of course, for some of you, there's something blossoming for you there. Because remember, the Seven of Pentacles, it can be a time of harvest for you, reaping the rewards of the time and effort and dedication that you have put into something. Well, that was a lot of rain. If you hear some weird watery noises in the background, as I do this reading, we've got one hell of a storm outside. My power has already gone off 3 times today, and it doesn't usually. is like wind and torrential rain and stuff like that. So, and I do have my window open because otherwise it's a little bit stuffy. So if you hear some rain and wind and things, that's what that is. Anyway, have courage to ask for and accept help. Capricorn. All right. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept the assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided, right? Sometimes we get stubborn and it's like, no, I can do this all by myself, right? But sometimes there's help out there, okay? So put your pride aside. We have conscious consumer here as well. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only what you need, right? If you want your money to grow, sometimes we do need to make smart decisions with our money, right? There's a lot of people out there that buy stuff just for the sake of buying stuff, right? And I don't feel like that's going to be you for that better tomorrow or maybe early retirement and things that you're looking for. So those are your messages there, Capricorn. I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope there was something here for you guys. If there was, and if you enjoyed your reading, please do hit that like button. It does help the video get seen. So, oh my goodness. Sorry about that. I did say it's windy outside. My entire plant pots all just fell over. Anyway, so I do thank you very much for your likes, your shares, subscribes, all those wonderful things. But more importantly, have a wonderful November. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go deal with this storm. Bye.